Oh, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Victor Allen's New Sportz, the unique fan-based view of sports, written and directed by Victor Allen, a recurring segment of the Morning Coffee with Mario show. Victor Allen's New Sportz, brought to you by the bald-headed black man, the man that ladies have nicknamed Sexual Chocolate. Rub his head, make a wish. It's Vic. All that sports shit. Yeah.
You see how jacked up that is?
Yeah. Jack. Sports bras.
That's just wrong, man.
Athlete's foot. Jock itch.
Right.
It's all kind of sportsy stuff.
I got you, man.
Here's the sports king, Victor Allen.
No, man. No. Not sports king, man. I just talk in layman terms, man. Layman terms. That's it. Because right now there's only one topic that matters to folks, and it's not who's in the Super Bowl. It's where you're going to watch the Super Bowl. So before we get started, I want to know what are the top 3 places you should be at for the Super Bowl. And I'm just taking you straight there because nobody cares about the Super Bowl until you designate where you're going to be at.
You should be with friends eating junk food. No, okay, you don't have to eat junk food today. Okay, I get it. I know how you are, and I get Stefan here. You know they are. Well,
wait a minute.
They're concerned about their colon.
What you say, that
they concerned about that colon. I don't blame them. Well, colon on the mind.
Watch this. That was your first vote, right?
Yeah, friends eating good food.
Food is your priority. Is
you
food.
Gotta have food for Super Bowl. I think Super Bowl. I think food.
What about the drinks?
No, I go food first.
What about those who are legally smoking?
Didn't even think about that.
See, that's what I'm saying. So
damn, he don't even smoke.
I'm just saying.
So saying?
Where's the best place? Where's the best place to be? And you, I think you hit it.
With friends. You enjoy.
Let me say
smoking or not.
Okay,
some people don't want to smoke.
Stefan, you don't have to indict yourself. Is the best place to be where the most attractive people are going to be at? Or where it just matter that you just
I didn't think about that.
I didn't think about that.
What kind of broadcast?
I'm not even a Super Bowl person. I'll go. I'm like him. I'll go if there's food.
No. See, we got you guys on the wrong part.
Women. Okay, fine ass women
for the men
feeding you food.
Now ask the ladies where they want to be. If they're
serving
going,
me food.
No, they want to be at a place where they're being served. Is it going to be at your place, for example?
In our old day, we would have served you some nice cocktails.
So if we do a Super Bowl party, so in the old days, what you're saying, new day is that the Super Bowl. Welcome to New Sports, you guys. I forgot to introduce myself. I'm just going right into the consideration that we may do a Super Bowl party. Let's just say we do that. Mario's criteria has already been. You said I didn't think about these things.
I would have gone on record. I said it was up to Victor. Don't even put that shit on me.
Wait a minute.
I already said this lady. This is what I told Victor. We got the budget. We got the setup.
Right.
We don't know what we would do. So that's really I left it with Vic. I want you to know that he has full say so.
Okay. So far I can't go to you brothers because one said food and one said we used to. So that's already telling everybody that if we do a not a new sports Super Bowl, but it's just a Super Bowl, that right now we're not selling on why they should be here with us. So I'm gonna go on into this next topic.
You want us? Oh, I have to.
They're getting the pulse.
That's right. I'm supposed to have a different attitude. We want y'all. We want y'all. Stefan and I.
See, that's what I'm saying.
Also,
you see them selling.
You in now? You in?
Body language is all.
We want y'all to come and feel represented.
All right, you guys.
We want you to come because we want you to share the Super Bowl with us as an offering of coming together, male and female. And together, even though some of you may not care about football, you may love my cuisine.
Yes, sir. So already,
you may love some of the food.
So already,
and some of the drink.
Got it.
And then we would have some 420 friendly, Super Jack, Indica, and Sour Diesel. And then, that would be the two. That would be the 2 sativas, and then we would have some Indicas too.
Good.
So it would be good.
The best place to go is the place where even people who don't follow sports will be there because it's a social gathering that fulfills the other requirements.
To find women.
For the men and for
Single
the women
that haven't been out in a while.
Do you think women want to be ignored at a Super Bowl party?
We're not going to ignore them.
Stefan, thumbs up, thumbs down.
I might not. I don't know.
I'm gonna serve him some pigs and blankets.
I don't really care.
Right, you don't care. You don't care.
Pigs and blankets.
So what I'm gonna do is go right into
some shrimp.
The Super Bowl chatter. I just had to get that out of the way because I'm already thinking about where to be, where to go.
Get me a
so
date.
let me just go and talk about the cities that people are hating on right now. Are you hating on the Patriots because the Patriots nation looked like they stepped up a level by handing Pittsburgh Steelers, the Steel City, their exit papers gone, and they did it a little bit easier competitively than they had against Houston. So, Mar, are you hating on them or celebrating them because they are the
I'm not
best
hating,
and most
but I'm not
successful
celebrating.
franchise in football now?
No, because I'm not hating. I'm not celebrating because both games were boring. Both games were lopsided. And so I was trying to put that in, let that gel in my mind. And I decided to tell myself, correctly or incorrectly,
Right.
I think that means Atlanta's more ready than I thought. This is what I'm choosing to believe.
Right.
Tell me, I'm choosing to believe that since Atlanta beat the Packers so decisively, that they have a better chance than I thought.
Right.
So that I can have a Super Bowl where we can try to root. But we've had some very boring Super Bowl parties. Okay, we've had Super Bowl parties where we were ready to put on some videos.
That's just wrong, man.
Some other stuff. So I don't know.
Well, let me just say this. Okay. I mean, before the Final Four, I had already picked that the best team I think that can compete with New England would be an offensive team that says, we may not be able to stop you, but can you stop us? So I picked Atlanta, and I thought Pittsburgh was third, and I thought Houston would be, Green Bay would be fourth because just the weapons that Green Bay had and the recovering and injury and all that, it just made it very difficult. Was Green Bay in a better position to compete with New England if they were healthy?
Well,
More
some
so.
of the injuries even occurred within. Of course, everybody's in a better position, but again, New England had, Gronk out.
Yeah.
There's other people, I don't know. Going into this, what was so amazing is that every team was on a winning streak. I think the lowest one was like 5 wins, right?
Right.
They had 5, 8, 10
Right.
games. There were all these winning streaks.
Okay.
So they all going into it, I felt like it was more even. I did not expect the level. I did not expect any of these games to be this
Bad.
Yeah, this
It was just
lopsided.
bad. I agree.
I didn't expect. I thought the Steelers would do a lot better.
Look,
I thought that
would Le'Veon Bell healthy make a difference? All he would do is
everybody healthy makes a difference. But again, on this point in time of the year, everybody's banged up.
right.
They just are. It's who's talking about it, right?
Right.
The ones that are more obvious and the ones they're talking about. So I don't know. Of course, being healthy makes a big difference.
Right.
But as far as I know, they all have people that are beat up.
I thought
Once again, LeGarrette Blount,
right.
he's looked like he wanted to punish. I had forgotten he was on Steelers for a minute.
Oh no, I didn't.
I had forgotten because he was a journey person for a second there.
Right.
But then once again, he ran like he was trying to punish them.
Let me ask you, Mom. Did you already do the Facebook New Sports feed?
Yes, yeah.
Good. I just want to make sure so I can catch up with it. I'm moving
already
around.
verified.
Good. Got it. Here's the thing that to me, if you're looking at New England and you want to be able to say, look, what's their weakness versus what's their strength? You know what their strength is? Actually looking at the secondaries. And when you have young secondaries opposing you, they eat you alive. They know how to go after you. And so Houston, because they spent so much time on the field on defense, they just couldn't compete, But you could see that the way you affect Brady and the Patriots is you get the front four, you get the push on them.
But as I said, the
So you don't
ABCs
see
are always
it was
there.
there, right.
This was the normal things. If you can't pass rush,
Right, you can.
which one of these quarterbacks, all of them, Roethlisberger,
Right.
Ryan, certainly Aaron Rodgers and Brady, which one of those does not pick you apart if you can't get a pass rush on
Right.
them?
And look,
They all do.
and once Roethlisberger had Le'Veon Bell out, they became just two-dimensional. They said take away Brown,
Antonio,
take away Antonio.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
And then you eliminate the weapons where they have to focus because they had to really figure out who to go after. They said going after Antonio was probably a priority, but not as much as Le'Veon Bell.
You know, at this point in the time, none of this is rocket science. It's just a matter of can you do it or not.
Right.
They're going to try to stop your best player. You're going to try to stop their best player. And that's why it's simply a matter of which ones are not going to be stopped.
Right.
So that's not new. Belichick is known for that. They have to anticipate it. And so that's where it came down to it. Just like the fact that the Steelers, their offensive line was getting beat.
Right.
In the middle. They were.
Yeah, they were.
So after a while,
they clogged up.
The ABCs are, to me, sometimes people make it more complicated than what it is.
Right.
You either block better or you don't.
Okay.
And you rush, all those things. And usually the core things are that where those lines intersect.
Right.
That's a core thing.
It is. All right.
And if you ain't winning it, or if it ain't half and half, or if it ain't whatever like that, if somebody's really lopsided, usually that's going to tell the tale.
All right. How confident? Because the Patriots are now favored by 3, and that's immediately after the game. So they got 3 points right now. But as it moves closer, first of all, they're going to say who's injured. Are there injuries? I believe. I'm not sure. Julio Jones is recovered, obviously, because you saw what he did.
I don't think either one of them has majors that we know about. Right?
Martellus Bennett has what they would call a broken ankle he's been playing with bone chips. But did it affect him in the game?
Well, if he's got a broken something he's been playing with, then it ain't the kind of breaks that we've been.
Right.
And it's one of those things they're trying to just get to the offseason, do a surgery. But, yeah, and their offense, but again, Belichick, to me, still has somebody else you ain't never heard of.
Right.
Come up. He's always ready for that. That's why I call it attention to detail. Some teams seem like they're always ready with the third stringers that are good.
Right.
Some other teams, I think they get kind of lax after the first, second, then that's when they get a little more lax because they don't figure we're not going to really use it.
Okay.
Other people probably drill them to death anyway.
Now I'm gonna take it to another level because Mario, you always kind of look at it as a city that actually can brag. What do you think the New England Patriots or the city Boston? How hard are they laughing at Los Angeles as it comes to football? Now I just want to find out because since you always
I don't think they're laughing at Los Angeles because I don't think Los Angeles comes up in anybody.
What you trying to say?
Conversation.
So we're not a football city.
I don't think anybody know.
Oh, that's
come on, you guys. Really? That's news.
Right. I'm just saying.
Really. You went from being a no football city to a mediocre times 2 city.
Right.
So you went and got 2 mediocre teams. Now here's what's so funny. You just may feel bad about 2 football teams. So you may go feeling no football team to feeling bad about 2.
Okay.
Not even feeling bad about 1. Just have 2 losers.
Right.
And I crack up. They both go on losing streaks.
Right. So wait a minute. So now here it is.
People be jumping off of shit.
Okay. I think this is an obvious question.
Okay.
If the Patriots win, now I want you to understand, when the Lakers were winning back-to-back championships, every time they had a parade and a celebration, the preceding one, the next one got better, and better. Which city's going to rock it if they win it, unlike any other experience they've ever had? Or is it that because legacy is in Boston, they say it doesn't matter. If Atlanta wins, y'all will celebrate. But when we win in Boston, we take it to another level. What city would you want to be in if you had a free pass to be hanging out?
Well, I'm not a fan of Boston.
Well, so you don't have to.
So I don't want to really
Wait a minute,
what'd
you say?
I want to be in Atlanta.
Atlanta.
If you want to discuss why, that's another discussion. But let's just say this has to do with racial issues. Boston's such a bigoted city.
Oh, there you go.
Anyway,
Sports.
I said it and hold you to it. Okay, so I'd rather go to Atlanta.
Better than white folks.
I know.
That's right.
Look at your
and Atlanta has a charming owner that people adore.
You mean the one that's dancing?
Arthur Blank?
He's doing his little dance, right?
I know that people really like him and that he's well liked.
Okay.
And the fans in Atlanta feel both cities have a thing where both the fans feel very much a part of the team. So that's that part they have in common. I think both of them will be great celebrations, Vic.
Yeah.
I think they both would be great.
What?
I personally
would rather be in Atlanta
because I consider Boston. That's one of my least favorite places to go.
Right.
Then I would go to Atlanta.
Okay. So here it is.
Believe me, the people of Boston, when I said that, they go like, "We didn't want you to." I said, "I know."
Okay.
I know you don't want me. That's what I'm saying. I know you don't want me. That's what I was telling you.
Wow, I'm going to take it to another level. Hey, before we do our predictions of how much which team will win by, let's go to the Hurt Hotel. I'm going to be doing this. If you want to check the site, check into the Hurt Hotel where I tell you who are the detainees.
This is kind of weird. I don't get this graphic again.
Dude,
this is
that's
Hurt
my
hotel.
hotel.
You got whatever that's an armadillo or something.
That's my hotel, man.
Some lady underneath the bed, a nasty clown, and
Right.
I don't know, a freaky 4x4.
Wait a minute. When you in the Hurt Hotel, don't you feel you're in a place you don't want to be?
I would so from this.
Okay, so periodically throughout the next couple of weeks, you're going to see me updating you with the injuries. Of course, I put in there Julio Jones. He checked out and said bye. He did that way before the game time. I just put that in there just to let you know if he's fully recovered or not. He may be coming back in there. And then, of course, the pending Martellus Bennett, and we want to wave goodbye to Le'Veon Bell. He can't do anything because he has a groin pull for Pittsburgh going on to next season. So,
His groin pull ain't going. They're just done.
Yes, but I'm just letting you know
His
where
he's going to before next season.
He's going to be in the Hurt Hotel.
So
for
next season
yes,
from a groin. What kind of pull?
Yes.
Groin pull? You got it pulled.
It's pulled,
man.
man.
It's pulled.
He could not. He came back in the game for one play. And
he
couldn't
be
do,
better
he
in a couple,
anything,
at
man.
least a few weeks.
Okay, all right, yeah, I got you now.
Maybe
okay,
more.
Here we go. Got to get you back on Boston. Let's take it up to right now without Tom Brady winning the Super Bowl. Greatest quarterback all time, man. Because he just made it to his ninth Super Bowl.
I think so.
Greatest of all time.
I think so. I think he's earned it
without even winning.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a simple one. I can't
and he's
argue
in that
with
wonderful city.
No, man.
Boston.
Right.
Every guy I know wants to date a girl from Boston. Because they say in Boston, they don't care if you cheat.
So, yeah, I see what you're saying. I see.
I'm saying.
That's a low
everybody
blow.
wants to date a New England.
That's a low blow.
Girl from New England. They don't care if you cheat.
They don't care?
They don't care.
Wait a minute. Let me just ask you something. In that sport, period, if you're not cutting the edge real close, they don't think you're taking a profitable risk. Is that what you're saying, man? Profitable risk. In other words, risk to profit. All teams push the envelope. Did you not know Atlanta Falcons did pipe in music? You know, they had that.
Is that pushing the envelope?
That's pushing the envelope, man.
Well, shit, that's the bar.
Yeah.
Like it's easy to achieve.
Sure. So I'm just saying, what are we hating on New
Pushing
England?
envelope, creative cuisine.
Look, wonder if a team cheats that only won 2 games. Do you even care if they're cheating? Because they only won 2 games in the whole season. Does it matter?
I do, Vic.
Okay, there you go.
Because I'm dedicated. You know me, and brothers like me who've never cheated.
That's wrong. That's wrong.
Watch out for the lightning.
Right. Okay. All right, man. I got to do service here. I'm going to move on because...
service.
I got to do service here, but let me just ask you.
That's a different video.
Who wins and by how many points? Atlanta, New England, Mario. Just without a lot of... Don't give me an essay, man. Just points. Who wins? Ooh. It's tough, man.
New England wins 35-24.
So you got them by 7. I'll go out on a limb.
7, 35-24.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I'll go with Atlanta. I'll go with Atlanta by 6. I don't care what the score is. Ooh. I'm just. That's me, man. Don't care what the score is.
I want to root for Atlanta. I just hope. See, I hate to invest emotion, Vic. Tell you the truth, Vic. I hate to invest in emotion.
Yeah.
But I want to believe that Atlanta can make a game of it.
Yeah.
I've seen some things to root for, Vic. But I can tell you this. If Atlanta folk goes out and they start the game by going down like 14-0, I'm getting ready to go somewhere else.
You won't be able to make.
I'm going to watch
Let me.
what
I agree.
basketball games are on.
The key to me, injuries, which right now they're pretty healthy. Check their secondary out. How young are they? Have they really been tested? Because they're going to get. If you saw Pittsburgh secondary yesterday, they had their hands up looking at each other like, what happened? They had their heads in a maze. In other words, the way they were being attacked. New England plays to their strength when you're playing zone because they know how to get what they call to the soft areas. So man-to-man is the advantage, but can they do man-to-man and be effective? And it'll be the push on the front line, the defensive front line that will dictate. Other than that, you give Tom Brady time and you're playing zone, money bet is to go to Patriots.
I'm hoping that Atlanta's defense will be a stronger defense against New England, and the ability, at least the ability to make a pass rush.
Yeah, that's the key.
But boy, they sure ran over Pittsburgh like
easy.
Man, they punched them.
But you see that graphic, you guys? I'm about to bring Mario's favorite team. I call this NBA trending head scratchers. There was a historical moment yesterday.
They're not my favorite team.
Wait, I didn't say favorite team.
No, you
I'm
just
just saying one of your favorite teams that you like to support because young cats, dedicated, they're just trying to learn the game. And they learned the game yesterday or day before against the Dallas Mavericks by losing by 49 points. Head scratcher. They lost by 49, like 122-73. So they eclipsed their franchise history loss from last year by 48 points, I think. So they're now ranked next to last or last in the league. This is a question about how long you think Walton will need to really turn around, because it gets worse when you get closer to All-Star, because they start the seniors.
This doesn't change my opinion of the team.
No, I didn't say it didn't. I'm just saying, how long do you think Walton will need to really galvanize this group?
It depends what you mean by galvanize. I think they've already shown looked better than the team was before.
Okay.
They certainly have better attitudes at any given moment, can defeat, which is what, but they're also young.
Right.
Which means they have a bunch of issues on that level.
Right.
And so, I think you need some time, but at least I can see some consistent growth. So I think they're going to still have these moments. Too bad it happened to be the worst defeat in franchise history. But I think they're going to have big defeats and big wins too. I like I said, there's still, it depends. I don't need them to be a contender. I just need to see steady growth.
Right.
If they compete this year and then improve next year,
right,
I'll still be hanging in there.
Yeah, I think it goes to the same philosophy that to lose by that many points is truly a lack of hustle. I mean, that's a lack. Do your job, lack of hustle.
And that's where I get back to youth too, right?
Yeah.
Because some people use that as an excuse to, give up.
Yeah, this is where you go.
Here's a character issue.
It really is. This is where the players say, "Give me game time," and game time is about defense and studying film, looking at the strategies, their approach to your weaknesses. And when you find those gaps where your head is down, it's almost like you wish you could look at Kawhi Leonard as an example of how somebody comes in the league and adopts a principle of constantly hustling. And he hustles on defense so much that he's rewarded with being the offensive direction of the Spurs. And you're going to look at the Lakers and go, how many more years will you guys need to learn to hustle harder? Because when you see how they play, you can see the lapses going on. So... yeah.
And when you're a professional, you don't have the same kinds of motivations, I think, as you do when you're younger.
Right. Okay. Head scratcher. This one I can't wait. Let's go down there. You know you like your boy, man, Carmelo Anthony. You know you like him, right?
Yeah, I'm a fan. I mean, of him personally. I'm not saying as a trader.
Right.
I mean, as a player. Trail to get traded. As a player. But as a person, we interviewed him. Really personable person.
Yeah.
Likeable.
Okay, simple. Carmelo is now considering waiving his no-trade clause, telling Newsday he is willing to weigh a deadline deal if the Knicks want to start rebuilding for the future. In the same article, however, he reiterated his commitment to the team and the fact that his family is settled in the Big Apple, which is where he's from. The question I have is not as much as doing a deal. You have an icon named Phil Jackson. You have Carmelo, a centerpiece. You have some drafts, and you have some experienced people that's on the team. But Carmelo, when he was in Denver, took them to the playoffs. He's now in the Big Apple with more what they call backing weapons, money weapons, platform, the whole thing. Why is it such a failure compared to Denver, where he actually was in Denver, which is not the big city? And it seems like he was able to take them to the playoffs.
I just don't think the offenses that are like this, everyone I've ever known, and even with his successor, interesting what the coach at the time had to say about him at Denver, even though it wasn't all the tax, it was about just what comes. And I think that's what it is to be. Same way I felt about Allen Iverson.
Yeah.
And there's some other players. I was starting to feel about Harden.
Right.
Okay, is that you can't build a team around them the way I feel about our former LA center.
Right. Bynum?
Yeah, no.
Powell? Shaq? How far are you going back?
Our recent center was at Houston.
Oh, Dwight.
Dwight.
Yeah, Dwight. Howard.
Dwight Howard. Yeah. That's why I was having a senior moment. Yeah, Dwight Howard. I have the same feelings about these certain players. You can't build a team around them. Not that's going to win a championship.
Right.
I sort of felt that way. Well, I won't put I wondered about Russell Westbrook, but I don't necessarily feel that way about him. But I do feel it. I feel it about Carmelo, Vic.
Right.
I try to tell myself, what team could you put him on? How could you build a team around him and make it work? And I'm kind of at a loss.
At 31 right now.
A loss.
Right, at 31, you would have to absorb 2 years on his contract, pay him heavy.
The contract, the defensive responsibilities. If you were to put him on a running team with a lot of defense, it's still the issues of making the offense work to me.
You know what? You know where the destination is going to be. The destination is going to go to a winning club. His best relationships and friends, Clippers, Chris Paul, and Bron over in Cleveland.
He doesn't help the Clippers.
I know. That's what I was saying. And Bron, they don't need it. They won't. It won't be able to fit.
Where else?
LeBron.
That
Cleveland.
doesn't help.
It's not going to happen.
That doesn't help.
So it leaves Toronto.
It's not going to help it.
And would he fit in with the Spurs? No.
No.
So you see what's happening here, right?
Even though, okay, let's put it like this. Wouldn't that be wonderful? I think he could go to the Spurs. That would be the best fit for him. And if that could come, I think Carmelo would, because I would hope, and I would believe that he would adjust to that situation now. He would specifically be good going to San Antonio.
LaMarcus Aldridge, they had the same thing. He said, will he be able to shift his game away from him being the main focus and fit in? And he fits in lovely.
I think because of Pop. I think that's what, and I think that's a good. I wonder if that would ever come up.
Yeah.
I think that's where I would be willing to take a chance.
Right.
And say that to me.
Right.
I would like to see that. I think he would adjust. I do, Vic. I do.
I think he has to adjust because he's 31 going on 32. They're not looking at the long term. They would need some offense that he brings, and who could adapt him as who he is, because he's not going to really change how he plays the game.
Is he willing to not? He doesn't get to dictate starting or not starting. So he would have to come with no conditions. I use you the way I use any of my other players.
Right.
You got to be ready for that.
All right. I got to give you guys what I call a moment where you sit back and say, oh my God, it's not baseball season, but a tragedy happened over the weekend. One current Major League Baseball player, the other former, died in separate car crashes in the Dominican Republic. Yeah. Andy Marte and then Yordano Ventura. And it made me go and look, first of all, to say, let me just say, prayers and blessings to the family, because the idea that happened in the same day.
Wow.
Separately made me go and look to see have there ever been any other coincidences of tragedies that dealt with car crashes, specifically in the Dominican Republic? And they have a few players. There's about 5 or 6 that have died in specifically the Dominican Republic in car crashes. So what I did is just list some players, most of them after the millennium. Most of them, basically, there's no binding tie to it. So I put the map in here just for you guys to reference. You know, I said deaths by car crash. You had, of course, your Donald Ventura and Andy Marte, but you also had Oscar Taveras in 2014, Jose Sosa in 2013, Tom Silverio in 2011, and William Suero in 1995. This is one of those things where it's such an oddity, you know. I just want to say, when things happen, it's a coincidence. They have about 95 Dominicans playing in Major League Baseball currently. So the numbers is how you compare it. It's just by the way they moved on to the next place. So prayers and blessings to the family. But I want to just go in and give that moment to them, because I just found it striking when both the news came in almost simultaneously, and I was going, okay, what's going on? So this is just me giving, the families that moment to say, hey, we appreciate, that they were here for the moment that they did and the contributions they had to professional sports here, but the family's probably just sitting there still trying to figure out what happened. Just an FYI piece, man. That was it for me, man. New Sports.
Ladies and gentlemen, New Sports, Victor Allen's fan-based view of sports, a recurring segment of the Morning Coffee with Mario show. Here every week on Monday, live, written and directed by Victor Allen. Come and be part of it. Remember to dress appropriately. Wear your sports attire. Sports bras and jockstraps. And we are very much concerned over here about athlete's foot. Big problem.
You're wrong.
All right.